Hello, my name is Sandra Roman. I am a priestess of Avalon, and I'm so happy to introduce you my cards deck called Goddesses in Your Daily Life, Diosas en tu vida cotidiana. They are 60 cards that are in groups. This one, of 36 cards were published first in my first book entitled Faces of the Goddess, Los Rostros de la Diosa. And it contains 36 goddesses from all over the world. After that, I published a new book with rituals to celebrate with these goddesses. And this is my second book, the goddesses or the goddess rituals. So in the new edition, these two books and two more that I'm going to explain in a minute, I rewrite them in this book, which is Diosas en tu vida cotidiana, Goddesses in Your Daily Life. Actually, this book is available in English only in PDF. So if you have interested in to buy them, you can contact me in my email that I'm going to write in the comments. It's losrostrosdeladiosa gmail.com. So this is the Spanish version, and you can buy the English version in PDF. But my card deck includes a bilingual booklet that I'm trying to find. There. Well, I have a mess with all my cards and books. So inside the box of the deck, you can find this booklet that has the instructions in both Spanish and English. So you can, so you don't actually need the book to start to work with them. But the interesting thing in my complete book that it has a new vision about goddesses. I have my own system and my own interpretation of the cards. So 36 cards of the faces of the goddess and rituals of the goddess. But I told you first that they are 60 cards. So it includes 12 cards from Spain, from the Iberian Peninsula, including plus Baleares, so Ibiza and Mallorca, and also includes goddesses from Canary Island. So you will know goddesses from different cultures that they are all together in the huge place we know as Spain. But it's you can find a diversity of cultures in Spain. So flamenco goddess, Celtiberian goddess. This is Brigida, she's actually Bridget. Eguzki, that she's the sun goddess from the Basque people. Mahek, that is a goddess of fire, and she's from Canary Island. Pane, she is the same Rhiannon or Epona. Juno, Lucina, she is, the Roman Juno is like the Greek Hera, but she was a kind of Aphrodite in her origins. So we can find much of her cult in the Iberian lands, because in different parts of Spain they were Hispania, and they were ruled by the Romans. So Romans brought to Spain a lot of gods and goddesses, and they mixed with the local goddesses and gods. Noctiluca, that she's from Malaga, and her original name is Malacca, and the Iberian, they are Iberian ladies. Tanit, but is the lady of Elche. Tanit, the Phoenician, uh, she was also worshipped in Ibiza. And the lady of Baza, Caibele or Cibeles, Amalur, that she's also from Basque people, La Sorginha, that she's from Galicia, and Ateshina from Lusitania, Portugal, and also Galicia. So these are part of another book that is Goddesses of Sun and Blood, that they are also included in Goddesses in Your Daily Life. And the other ones, 12 more, that they complete the 60 cards, the 3 decks in one. They are from South America, and they are part of another book that is Goddesses and Shamancas from the Southern Cross. In Latin America, in South America, I am from Argentina, and I work in Argentina with goddesses from the Southern Cross. They were also a myriad of goddesses of different cultures, like Oshun. Oshun is actually an African goddess who came to South America in the ships with the slaves from Africa. So she was mixed with a local goddess that she was called Yara. And the cult of Yara is common between some of the Guarani people and the Amazonian. The cult of Yara is from the Silver River, El Río de la Plata, that it's in Buenos Aires. It's in the middle, between Buenos Aires and Montevideo, Uruguay. And from them to the Amazonia, to the Venezuela, she was worshipped as Yara. And in Venezuela now, she's known as Maria Lionza. I'm trying to here. She's Maria Lionza, and she's the same Yara. Yara is a very complete goddess, because in Venezuela, as Maria Lionza, she's a kind of Artemis. But in South America, she is like Oshun, a goddess of love, a goddess associated with the sweet waters, the river waters, different than Yemaya, that she's from salt waters, the waters of the sea. Yemaya is in this other deck. Like Pachamama, I included some of the South American goddesses in the faces of the goddess deck. So she is Yemaya, that she's the mother of the sea. And also we have a Pachamama here, Pachamama, that is the Mother Earth. And it's a different Pachamama in the goddess of the Southern Cross, that is a younger Pachamama. So for me, it's very important to rescue her role of lover, because Aboriginal people were also included in a patriarchy way of life. So they stopped to teach to their children about goddesses, and especially about lover goddesses. So for me, it's very important to contact with this aspect of Pachamama, a young Pachamama, a sexy Pachamama. And this is another sexy woman, sexy tree woman, that she's Sapam Sukum, that she's a tree that, the tree of the algarroba, you know, the algarroba, that is a very, very complete food with lots of properties, a lot of medicine, and it's a very complete food. In South America, with a baby lost her mother between the Aboriginal people, they replace the milk of the mother with the algarroba, and it's a mother tree, and she's also a kind of Artemis, and she's very, you know, she's the keeper of the nature, of the wilderness. She hates hunters, so she is like a nemesis with hunters. She doesn't like hunters because she's a protector, a protectress of the nature. And the Ñuque Mapu, from the Mapuche people, she's also the Machi, the curandera, and is as Ñuque Mapu is also a Pachamama, a Mother Earth. And Chacana, she's the goddess of the Thousand Cross, that actually it wasn't seen like a cross, because in the ancient times, in matristic times, the constellation of Southern Cross were a vesica, you know, it was a vagina and not a cross, that it was from Christian times. So in South America, the Southern Cross, it's actually a portal between worlds. And there is a legend, there is a tale that says that in patriarchy, goddesses escaped from the dogs that were pursuing them, and they are coming back from the same portal. So we are acting like the gatekeepers and welcoming the returning of the goddesses from the stars. So as you can see in this book, I added 4 books in one. And in one deck, I included 3 decks. So I think this is a very good option to know goddesses that usually you can't find in other works, and also a new vision of the more known, the well-known goddesses. So I invite you to buy them, to practice with them. You can also take online courses with me. I usually do webinars and distant courses through Google Classroom platform. So anyway, you can contact me to know a little more about goddesses from all over the world, and a different vision. And well, in the book, I also include some of my story about my connection with the goddess, because I started to draw, to paint the images of the goddesses, not knowing who were those women that were appearing in my paper, as they were wanting to go out from myself. This is the first I painted, and this is the reason why I call her Anna, because she is the first, the more ancient of goddesses. And I share with you part of my path with them, with the goddess. So I hope you enjoy not only my visions, but also my adventure in the goddess path. And the use of the deck can be as an oracle, so you can ask the goddesses everything you want to know, but also it's a way of self-discovering. So for example, if you have a problem with a relationship, so you can ask, so which goddess helps me to resolve this problem I have with this parent or partner or anybody. So, oh, the Lady of the Lake. So Lady of the Lake represents the deeper self, the deeper part of ourselves. So for resolve any conflict or any trouble we have in a relationship, we need to explore very deeply inside, very deeply within us. So probably this conflict can be originated in a past life, for example, or maybe it's a problem with a son or a daughter, and in this case it could be generated in the pregnancy, in the life previous to be born. So it could be a vision of this. It could be a kind of answer. And for example, if you want to know how to resolve a financial problem, you can ask which goddess can help me. And or Inanna. Inanna is not very good for financial topics. So maybe we need to go into she's another deep goddess. So maybe we have to resolve karmic troubles we are carrying from a long time ago. And for example, which goddess can help me to find a new house, for example? So Anaí is from the south, from South America, and she's a goddess of inspiration. So she suggests us to look for a very original house, not a traditional one. So something that maybe is not a very, a conventional type of house, but something that it has your own style. And for example, the goddesses from the goddesses of sun and blood can helps us, for example, how to find inspiration to write a novel, for example. So which goddess can help me? Juno Lucina. So maybe you have to write a erotic book. Why not? So well, these are some examples of that, and you can be very creative, more creative than me, asking questions to the goddesses. And also it's like a game, so you can play with the cards and not only to take so seriously your problems, but you also can enjoy and have fun with your friends, with your circle of women or your family. So well, I hope you like my work. It was a very hard work. It has near 400 pages, so it was a very hard work to do. And well, I include also a long introduction with a group of goddesses of love, creative goddesses, some layouts also. This is a very good, very useful layout that is called portrait. And you can draw a portrait of yourself, an inner portrait. And the classical three cards spread, and also a triple goddess that is another version of the same spread or the same lecture. So Also, in each goddess has their own message. So you can read a message from the goddess before to read the story. Each chapter includes the story or the myth of the goddess, and also a kind of invocation, but it's mostly a message from her. Well, I'm going to read translating because this is the Spanish version, and this is, I am I am the black raven of death, the dark goddess of war, terrible goddess of justice, fiery. I don't invented violence. I don't accept inequity, but I shift my sword to defend my sons and my daughters. I fight to preserve dignity, and all who don't dignify me have to know what it means, the pain and the angry of a mother. So this is, of course, Boudica, Boadicea, or Morrigan, the goddess of war, goddess of justice. She's a warrioress, like a very feminine warrior, because men usually goes to war to expand their territory, and women usually goes to war to defend, to protect their home, their children, and their community. So you can enjoy knowing more about the feminine style, the feminine way of life. Well, I hope to you like this work and feel curious to know more about them. So I invite you to see my website. Is www.losrostrosdeladiosa.com. losrostrosdeladiosa.com. So you can also write me an email that is losrostrosdeladiosa@gmail.com. So, well, I hope to see you soon, to have notices from you or news from you. And I hope you enjoy the goddesses and make a space from them to live in your heart. So, blessed be.